Hey guys, kembali lagi di podcast Dejet, podcast yang orang-orang Dota di Indonesia. Game yang kata komunitas pesimis di Indonesia udah mati, tapi padahal masih rame-rame aja sih sebenarnya. Dan bahkan Indonesia sendiri udah punya wakilnya di dunia internasional di 2 tahun terakhir, baik tim maupun organisasi. Daripada lama-lama dengerin intro, mendingan kita langsung ketemu aja sama bintang tamu kita di episode kali ini. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again to my podcast channel, Papa Dejet here. And as you can see at your screen, we have one of the legend of Dota 2 itself, Forev here in my podcast. Hello, Forev. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm good.
Okay. So, hold on a minute. I think it's a old jersey that you wear right now in this podcast. It's the one that makes your name and also your country team, which is MVP organization, is going like on the surface in the Dota 2 scenes, right? It's an MVP jersey, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the team that I debuted at 2013. Yeah.
Okay. I do remember there's a 2 MVP, which is MVP Phoenix and also MVP Hot 6. Which one do you play back then? I kind of forget.
So when I debuted at 2013 August, I did debut as a Hot 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then I became a Phoenix after 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since March joined MVP from FTX or something.
Uh-huh.
I don't
Yeah.
remember the team name. Yeah.
Okay.
He joined MVP after that. And then
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
all of the MVP players, I mean, like it's a crazy. I mean, like coming from a different from the region that no one gonna expect gonna be having a big boom in Dota since in the 2020 on the 2013, and you guys prove it that Korean players can compete in any kind of level back then, right?
Not really. At 2013, like we were really underdog, and so like the way we start the competition in South Korea, like so Nexon was the one who published the Dota 2
Mm-hmm.
in Korean server, and then they made an invitation tournament, which is like inviting some like greatest team in the world, such as like Alliance back then, and Navi and DK, and it's like Speed Gaming, Dignitas kind of team. Like they invited them all to the South Korea, and then like that was like right after I finished military service, like 2 months later, and then like I have no clue what's going on, and I still don't like how to play Dota properly, and then like it's like just like stomping show. So I was pretty sad that I
Okay.
couldn't show my level yet. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's because I think it's quite understand if Korean players, gamers in Korean in general, and also the stereotype is already there. Why would you choose Dota for F? I mean, like if we look at the market in gaming in South Korea, for example, there's a lot of people that playing League of Legends and also StarCraft, right? But why Dota? It's kind of going against the current, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, why you choose Dota then?
Okay. So to explain that, I think I gotta tell you like what I played before.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll say so back to 2010ish,
Okay.
2009.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there was a Dota All Stars, and
Yeah.
then there's another use map called Chaos.
Oh
The
yeah, I
Chaos is
remember. Yeah.
you remember that?
Yeah, I
So
remember.
Korean really like to play the Chaos thingy, and a lot of Chaos players moved to the League of Legends when they released. But for me, I already played some like Dota, like Defense of the Ancients before the Dota
Mm-hmm.
All Stars, and yeah, even though like Chaos came out, like there was no deny system, the creep
Yeah.
deny system. So like
Yes.
it was pretty boring for me. So yeah, I was kept playing Dota All Stars, and then Dota 2 beta came out in
Uh-huh.
2011, and
Uh-huh.
I got a beta key from my stroke back then with him. So yeah, basically I think Dota came out first before the League of Legends, but it was still
Oh,
beta. So
okay.
yeah, new player couldn't get to the beta scene.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and
Because it's
then
quite limited, right? Back then, you
yeah,
have to get the
yes, yes,
key,
yes.
and then if you don't have the key, you have to wait until several years to play it as a free, right?
Yeah. And of course, I also played League of Legends too back then. But like it was pretty boring for me. No deny system. Like that's it.
So
So yeah.
yeah. Sorry. So by that mean that you are you try League of Legend, you try Dota, and then the one that you prefer is Dota right now. The one that makes you so famous right now. Everyone knows Forev, and it's just because League of Legends doesn't have the deny system until
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. Even they don't have it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right now.
Until now, they don't have the uh,
Yeah.
some kind of mechanic that Dota have, which is the deny and also the single target. Correct me if I'm
Mm-hmm.
wrong. If they already have that mechanic, but last time I checked, League of Legends still don't have any single target crowd control. Something like silence to one single target, stun on the single
Mm-hmm.
target, something like that. So yeah, I think that's the big or maybe small things that makes people love Dota and also maybe love League of Legends. But if we already choose, you and I choose Dota, right?
Yeah. And then I went to the army for 2 years. After came out, since I had a career,
Uh
which
huh.
is AWCG in 2011, I was a national
Ah, yeah.
representing team.
Yeah, a national
So
representative. Uh
yeah,
huh.
that's why MVP invited me to be a like trainee and then a debut as a pro team. Yeah, that's how I
Okay.
started.
Okay. So the whole career of yours is like moving to different region almost every year. I'm not saying every month, but like every years or maybe every season, because first time you played on the Korea, right, with the MVP organization, and then you move
Yeah,
to Europe with
yeah,
Team Secret, and then you back again to MVP Phoenix, and then you play on the North America with the Bears, Digital Chaos, and then Team Phoenix,
yeah,
Immortal, and then Eco International, and some other names that I cannot put it because your CV here, your track record is
yeah.
so long. What is the biggest differences from your perspective as a players, and yeah, as a players that play Dota for so long with the Korean scene and maybe Southeast Asia, because most of the time MVP doing kind of regional qualification is
Mhm,
to compete in the Southeast Asia, right, back then. So that's
mhm.
why maybe we can start with the differences between Southeast Asia and also European first.
Okay. The difference between that. Hold on. So okay, I think I gotta say, so we did play super well, 2016, right?
Yep.
I think 2015-ish was also fine. Just I just made a TI last place
Yeah.
with Xerox, which was quite shame thing. And I think most of the thing is on me because I was a carry, only like practice
Mm-hmm.
for 6 months, and I didn't like really feel like confidence on our card that we
Mm-hmm.
practiced before. Um, yeah, couldn't really like execute the his idea, so like
Uh-huh.
I really felt bad for him. And then after that, he did retire as a player, and then he went to the team Liquid. So like that's how we merged. Like only ace players like gathered to like one team. That was the MVP Phoenix at 2016. The biggest problem of ours was so we need to play Southeast Asia server, which is Singapore server,
Ah,
right?
yeah.
From Seoul, Korea, which is like 5,000 kilometer away. Like and back then the internet, the global lens setting wasn't that good. So
Yeah.
like sometimes we were having like 130 ping, 120 ms delay, and sometimes we have packet loss. So like it was
Hmm.
quite awful. Like we really hate that thing, especially for me and some of the players.
Okay.
Yeah,
Understand.
I'm not gonna mention those. Anyways, yeah. So like even though we did super well in the LAN tournament, like we still failed a lot of like qualification.
Hmm.
Yeah, but like whenever we get invited due to like standing thingy, like some other team cannot participate due to visa issue, then like
Hmm.
we go like star letter or we play kind of tournament, and somehow we play super well because we are practiced for like 130 ms delay in usual, but like somehow we are playing with zero ping, like 10 ping, and like we're so excited to press button. So like yeah, we did
Okay.
super well. So I
Okay.
think that was the biggest difference. Like um
Yeah, on the region, on the playing on the different
yeah,
region.
playing from South Korea and then like playing in overseas.
Ah, okay. Okay, okay. So, what about the gameplay? When you play together with all Korean player, which is playing with the MVP Phoenix, MVP Hot Six, and then also you
Uh-huh.
came back again playing with the Team Phoenix before get acquisition by Immortals back then. What is the
Ah.
differences? I mean, is it more fun, quote unquote, playing together with the same national team, or you more prefer to play with the multi-nation
Hmm.
players for F?
Okay, I think there's a one misunderstanding. People
Uh-huh.
think, hold on,
It's okay.
I
It's
gotta,
okay. It's okay. Take
yeah,
your time.
I gotta clean up like some stuff.
It's okay. It's
Give me,
okay.
give me a few
Because
seconds.
no, 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 it's okay. It's okay. You can take your time to clean up something if you want. But again, my question is because it's quite um you know, if we talk about Southeast Asia team, for example, from my country, Indonesia, it's quite hard back then in 2013 until 2020, 15, to play with even for one single out. I'm gonna I'm gonna say it's like a outsider outside from Indonesia to play with four Indonesian player. It's really hard,
Mhm.
not for the foreigner, for the one that not Indonesian, but for the four player that Indonesian to play with him. What with one single player, because of the language barrier. How about you? What do you feel when you okay? Last season I play with the all same national team with the Korean players, and then somehow you get invited to Team Secret to play with non-Korean at all, and then you start to talk with the full English, no Korean language. Is that hard for you to adapt with that?
It's pretty hard. Okay, so for me, I didn't want to leave Dora to Sin at all, and
Okay.
then I think we were good,
Mm-hmm.
and I was good. Um, so I think it was 2015. The Nexon quitted publishing the Dota 2.
Yeah.
So they quit the service in South Korea. But like we were keep going because since we qualified to the TI and next TI we also made it. So like we got a lot of supports in South Korea,
Mm-hmm.
even though like Nexon got out from the scene.
Mm-hmm.
So like we lost our server, but like we still need to go in. And then things happen after TI because our contract got over, and then there's some like shady things going
Okay.
in between org and like um another like players, but
Yep.
not our team.
Okay.
Like there's a like multiple teams.
Yep.
So like everyone like didn't want to like keep going with MVP, even myself, because we kind of felt like betrayed from the organization. And
Okay.
then yeah, the but the problem is MVP is the only organization in South Korea still running Dota, you know.
Ah, yeah.
But then like I had no clue how to speak English. I didn't learn English at all. Cause yeah, I mean when I was, when I was kid, like I never studied in the school. Like what I did was like just go school and then play with the friends and then just sleep during the class. And then yeah, dude, like I didn't play, like I didn't study at all.
Okay,
And
okay.
then imagine like now your country lost the Dota 2 scene. And then
Uh-huh.
like you gotta go outside because you're a decent player, right? So
Yep.
like fuck, what should I do? So like I got invites from Puppy, and we actually had a like kind of interesting talk in the
Mm.
Skype back then. Yeah, back then we
Yeah,
used Skype.
yeah,
So and
yeah,
then
yeah.
like okay, so like I requested, can I bring MP? Because I feel like I need a translator.
Ah,
Yeah, because
okay.
yeah, seriously, like I could only talk like sorry, hi, or like some cursing words, like fuck you, like kind of thing. Like or help.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, okay.
yeah. I
So
could
you
only
bring
use like
MP.
few words. Yeah, I
Yeah, you
brought
bring MP.
MP.
Okay.
Yeah, and then media one wanted to play with me too.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So that's how you start to at least learn some kind of English word for good, of course, in
Mm.
to play with secret.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
then what happened in the secret was after I got there, the using English was like pretty hard for me. Like, I have
Yeah.
no idea like what they're talking about during the game. But I'm the offlaner, right? Like offlaner is like usually using a body back then. Like you're 1v3, like you're like sometimes getting sacked, and sometimes like you're
Mhm.
having 2v2, so you have a decent game. But then like whenever you have a decent game, you need to lead a game or you need to like initiate the
Agree.
fight.
Agree.
Yes, but like it's very hard to talk for me. Like when I have no clue like how to say, hey guys,
Ah,
I go,
okay.
I go, I go. Like yeah. And then
Really?
like
That's
there's
the
no
only thing
reason
that you can
behind.
say? I
Yeah,
mean, like back
yeah,
then?
yeah. There's no reason behind. And then
Ah.
uh like they ask me like every time the games after the games,
Mhm.
like what was the reason you wanted to go? Oh, I have a ult, so I feel I'm strong. Like I did explain them very slowly. But yeah, of course, like I got a help from MP,
Okay.
but I just realized like there's a lot of like frustration for
Mhm.
me. It's because like it's hard to express what I felt like by
Okay.
the moment. And I think one biggest thing was the contract between the secret and me, because back then the Kemal,
Hello.
there's
Yeah.
some Turkey people. The guy was he was their CEO
Mhm.
of secret, and then yeah, he so after I arrived there,
Mhm.
he wanted to give me the different amount of like the number
The salary.
and salary and
Okay.
ETCs and a cut. So like of course
It's
I
hard
didn't
to
want to
accept,
sign
right?
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
hard to
course, of course.
accept.
Mhm.
That's why I got back to Korea
Ah, okay.
after. I think that was a Boston major qualifier. I still played it, but like already I left the team in my
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah. Yeah,
And then yeah.
I do remember that situation. I mean, like not the details, but the circumstances. I mean, you play for secrets, but you already left the team for the qualifiers. I do remember about that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was the reason why I get back to Korea, and I wanted to chill. Like I didn't mean to like back to MVP. And then somehow like the boys are asking me, yo, Forev, we qualified to Boston Major. Can you stand in for us? Like they were asking me. So like but the like but if I play with you guys again, then like just think about the like Dartman perspective, you know, like their view is like, oh, Forev is back to Korea, you know, after joining Secret. Then
Yeah.
it's gonna be weird, but like I didn't really want to do it,
Mm-hmm.
but boys are requesting it like so hard. So I played it, and then we kind of underperformed in the
Mm-hmm.
tournament,
Yeah,
which is
because you
yeah,
guys finish on the 9 until 16 position on the Boston Major, right?
maybe yeah around
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I'm taking a look on the full recap of your career, and then, okay, that's really really rough result, I think. Despite all the things that happens, and as you mentioned, yeah, the time is not really right, and then in the first place, you say that you wanna take a backseat a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
to enjoy the time, but yeah, you also say that not trying to give a bad feeling with the MVP, and you still accept it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
So
and
yeah,
then
that was
after
just
that,
standing.
there was just
Mm-hmm.
stand-in. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that was just stand-in, and then after that, after more or less 2 months, and then you going heading to North America. You play
No, no,
for,
no, no,
oh,
no. I think
oh,
I went to
Bear first, Bear.
Team
Yeah,
Bears, because
Bear team Bears.
I was kept talking with like
Oh,
Farah
with
and
Farah.
Yepser and
Okay.
Adam and then Firo. So like yeah, they wanted to have a boot camp in the Europe, and
Oh,
then of
okay.
course like they think like I'm really like good player, so maybe you can make some like good research.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm down, and then we got there. Unfortunately, like we got second place.
Yeah, on
So like
the DAC.
yeah, so like uh we felt really like disappointed. But like, you know, since like just one game away, even though we got 2-0 by Liquid, like uh, I think we're really good team. I think we should give it more try. So like
Yes.
yeah, we did try again at Kiev Major, but we made it like third place, which is a bit disappointing. Um Farah said we were supposed to get sponsored by some organization,
Yeah, and then
but
you guys get it,
before
right?
that, yeah, but before that,
Okay.
we spent our money to have a bootcamp ourselves. So like
I
I
mean,
actually spent like 15K USD myself, like 20K USD to stay in the Europe and then having a flights and then staying in the hotel and then like eating foods.
yeah, I know.
So
For the living cost, you have to cover it by yourself, right?
exactly. So that's what I
Wow.
did, and then after I failed twice, oh, I feel really bad. Like this is too much like high risk and a low return.
Yeah,
So like I told father, I don't think I want to continue doing this, and it's quite too much for me.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
it's hard
then
actually to compete in Dota 2 scenes without any sponsor to go pro, right? I mean, if you want to,
yes,
if you're born on the with the golden spoon, it's a different
mm,
things, but if you are
of
some,
course.
yeah, and if you are someone that on the level that wants to grind it from zero to become a someone in Dota 2 scenes, it's quite hard if you're not having a sponsors. That's on my perspective, of course.
Mhm.
Mm. And then,
I mean, my English was like still bad there, but like what I did during the time while I'm staying in South Korea, came back from the Boston major was I was kept practicing, like talking with the people and then like
mm-hmm,
Googling English and like
mm-hmm.
watching Netflix kind of thingy with like English subtitles. So
Ah,
actually I just I just like memorized the sentence.
wow.
So like yeah, try to speak it like when the situation happened.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
So that's how I
that's
studied English.
yeah, yeah, that's quite a good method. I mean, like, if you're not want to spend your money to hire some kind of
Translator.
translator,
All
teacher,
agency,
to, yeah,
yeah.
or yeah, teacher, translator, whatever the name is, to teach you how to speak English well, and then you have to do it by yourself. listening
Mm-hmm.
some kind of English music with the English word, or maybe what you just what you said in this podcast to watch the movie with the English translator, but the dubbing is from Korea, for example, something like that. It's everything can be done to learn English, but yeah, better late than never, of course, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. And after that, I do remember so that's happens when you play for DC, right? Digital Chaos.
So yeah, after Team Bears,
Uh-huh.
so I gave up. I forfeit to Farah. Sorry, I cannot play anymore. And then Dubu told me, "Oh, Hyung, I think we can do this." And then
Oh, Dubu
so
call you young?
Dubu had a girlfriend back then. So
Okay.
so yeah, he met fuck, hold on. I think I'm not supposed to like tell the details between like
If you want to
how
hide it, then hide it.
yeah. Yeah, okay, okay, yeah. I'm not gonna say it. Anyway, so like Dubu had a girlfriend back then, and then he was talking to the girlfriend, which is only overseas people, not
Okay.
Korean. So like he was studying English quite a
Hmm.
lot, and
Okay.
then he had a chance. So Boba talked to Dubu. I think I reckon, and then Boba was talking to me. Yo, what about you coming to NA? And we have a sponsor behind. You don't need to take a risk anymore, and you're gonna have a decent salary. And that was Team DC. Oh, it
Wow.
sounds really good because like I have a Dubu, at least I have a one people to speak Korean, so like I feel better already.
Okay,
So I
okay.
yeah, there was a Mason, and
Let me
Abed,
let me take a look again on the
Bulba.
Digital Chaos.
Yeah, man, Bulba, me, and Mason, Abed, and Dubu. I
Yeah,
think that was the roster.
correct. Volba, Demon. Yeah, that's the lineup, I think, for Digital Chaos. But to sum up your career as a player, so which one the most happier? I'm not gonna say the saddest, because I think we know that that time is already past. Which one is the happier time of yours as a player on your entire career
And the overseas?
overseas?
Oh, okay. So not in Korea. Okay.
But if you want to
Hmm.
say with playing with the Korean organization and also Korean teammates, it's way much better. Then
Mm.
it's okay for you to
I
say
mean,
that.
I gotta say, Korea team is the best no matter what, like regardless, because
Okay.
I'm using my mother language. Like, I don't need to
Ah.
use my brain to like just say stuff. Like when I execute the plan and I just go in, and then like
Mhm.
I can just like multitask. I can just to take like multitask, and which is like quite short text time.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah, but like when I still English is like not that comfortable. Even now, like I can speak way better than before, but like
Hmm.
still like, I need to think about it, like how to like uh how to make it better, or
Okay.
how to like yeah, I need to like convince people. I need to like let people understand like what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
But mother language is like you different, right? It's
Yeah.
it's way too different. So like I can just play myself. Like I can just play Dota 100% by myself.
Okay.
That's like my best skill. But like imagine you need to play Dota and then you get to the English team as a first time. You need
Uh-huh.
to use like half of your brain to like think about how do I say this? You know? Like
So
when the
your brain
game's
like a
going.
divided with the two things have to done at the same time, playing Dota and then also find a word to tell my friends to doing this, doing that, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
So
that's the
actually
uh-huh.
I'll say I'll call it as a brain lag. You actually have a brain lag. Like
Brain lag.
and I did choke. Like actually, I'm not a person who chokes
Mm-hmm.
because I used to do a band like before I go army, which
Okay.
is yeah, I was a singer. Like used to stand like around people. stand on the stage and then just singing a song like when the like 50 or 60 people like around me, and I didn't really like feel you know like how do I say it, like shaky
Mm-hmm.
or like feel nervous.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm used to it, and then I get to the army. I wanted to enjoy like my music life, like musician life,
Mm-hmm.
but somehow I become a Dota player and then play like this thing for
From
like
having
10
a
years.
yeah, for having a dream to become a musician, and then you stuck with Dota for entire of your life. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, so like I'll still say MVP was the happiest time for me.
Okay.
And then maybe about overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Overseas. I'll say I'll say J-Storm with March.
J-Storm with March.
Yeah. Because
Oh yeah, J-Storm
the
with
research
March.
wasn't that good. But
Uh
like
huh.
at least I had a March and then I could actually speak decent English by that
Mm-hmm.
time. Yeah, like that's like after 3 years, was it? Like 2019. So like it's
Yeah,
almost two and
yeah.
a half, two and a half.
2.5. You play with March, you, Milan, Bryle, and also Mu, right? On the first
Yeah,
rooster of J-Storm back then.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that was
And
the
I,
happiest time playing Dota overseas.
yeah, but
Okay.
I felt really bad for Milan, like, because when he was sick, like I think like I hurted him, like um that wasn't on my that wasn't like my attention intention.
Intention.
But like I did say, oh, like he was kept like sickening like for like 3 weeks, and then like I think he did care himself a lot, and but
Mm-hmm.
like he was kept like sickening, and then we were like right about to play the tournament before that.
Okay.
So like yeah, but my English was still bad. I just said, can you not be sick? It sounds like really bad, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It's if you talk with the someone with good English skill to speak, it's you gonna take it as a wait what you confront me to not sick or something like that,
Yeah,
right? You
yeah. Like,
don't. Yeah,
how
the
you
intention
dare?
was
You
different.
say to me that
Exactly,
like
exactly.
yeah, we're just human, and how to avoid this like sickness and yeah. This is sort of like I was pretty rude, I think, back
Okay,
then. Like yeah. So like after that, I just say sorry to him, and then like we actually got okay after. But like
okay.
yeah, I think DC and J Stone was the happiest time.
The happiest time.